Flosstube. I'm Calee.
And I'm Linda.
And we're the Smoky Mountain Stitchers. Welcome back to our Flosstube.
Go ahead. I was just going to say and get it out of the way that this is a video mostly about cross stitch.
Yes.
So we've got that out of the way.
Yes, we want to thank you for coming back and joining us. Any new subscribers, welcome. We certainly appreciate it. We have gotten a couple of more subscribers, so we're thrilled about that.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So, yes, thank you all very, very much. Give you a little update from the last video. Mom is doing great. I think she has come to terms that she's going to be in a nursing home, but she seems to be doing very well, and we're very pleased about that. So it makes us feel better that she feels better. So
most definitely.
Other than that, everything is status quo, and yeah, I've actually been able to get back into some stitching. So
life is almost normal.
Almost, yes.
We actually went down antiquing today.
We did, yes.
We went to Okeechobee, and yes, there really is a place called Okeechobee.
Yeah, Okeechobee, Florida.
And we went into a really nice antique shop there.
Yes, very nice.
Oh, it was so much fun. I could
Yep.
spend hours in there. You bought a couple of things.
Yes, I bought, actually I bought one of the antique frogs. That it's not the frog, but
Not like the pretty frog legs,
no. But one of the flower frogs, and then I bought one of the
milk glass.
The milk glass that the people make the pin cushions out of. So I actually did find
they had
those.
some of those there.
Oh my gosh, they had quite a few. They had smaller ones and larger ones. They were only $10, so it wasn't bad at all.
And I bought a hat pin. There was so much that I almost came this close to buying, but I didn't. And then we went to lunch and had the most fabulous lunch. Oh my gosh.
Yes, it was.
It was absolutely wonderful. They had, what was it? It's a pumpkin bread.
Pumpkin bread. Mm-hmm.
An old Seminole recipe. Now you can read that either way. It's an old recipe from the Seminole tribe, or there was an old Seminole in the recipe. I don't know which it is. I mean, no disrespect whatsoever, but I don't know.
Boy, was that good.
Oh my gosh.
It was a fried bread. Oh my
Literally,
gosh.
deep fried. You know, this is the South. We deep fry anything.
Yes. But it was delicious.
It was wonderful.
It was Lightsley Seafood, I believe it is, in Okeechobee.
Yep.
So if anybody ever comes to Okeechobee, Florida,
oh yes,
try it out.
Oh,
we highly recommend it. Yes.
It was wonderful.
Absolutely.
So we're sitting here totally stuffed up to here with food. So it ought to be interesting.
Yes. Okay.
And I need to say that you can find us on social media if you so desire. My sister posts under Smoky Mountain Stitchers on Instagram. Yes. And I smoke. I told you.
She does
I don't. I post under Smoke's Mom 88. And gosh. Smoke was a Labrador retriever that we had. I'm just clarifying. No smoking. Nope. And mine is, it has a lot of cross stitch, but occasionally it has some other things that I find interesting that nobody else may find interesting. But yeah, occasionally you're going to get pictures of Freddy Frog Legs, the little tree frog that lives in our lanai that I absolutely adore. But, you know, and my dog. We got to have Dickens in there.
Yes, we have to have Dickens in there.
That's where you can find us mostly.
Yes.
Her stuff will be more cross-stitch.
When I post.
But it'll be cross-stitch.
Yes, but it will be cross-stitch. Yes, so I'm trying to get better with the posting. The last, month and a half, it's been, a little bit crazy, but I'm getting back into the swing of things. So I'm actually getting ready to post some photos of things. So hopefully I'll be able to keep it up if I remember it.
I saw an interesting program on YouTube, which had nothing to do with stitching, but they were talking to someone who is a well-known personality. I don't know if any of you have heard of Wayne Taylor Racing. They race at the 24-hour Sebring. Well, I think it was Jordan Taylor, which is his son. Anyhow, he was being interviewed, and he was talking about social media and the fact that he found it very hard to post because it's stuff he does every day, and he doesn't he goes to post it and think, oh, who in the world is going to find this interesting?
Right, yeah.
And I think we all suffer from that.
I think
somewhat,
so too. Yes,
you know?
I do.
do it and I go, who's going to care?
Yes.
You know? And
Well, we know you do.
Yeah, and I'm always surprised and thrilled when somebody does. You know?
Absolutely.
It's like, you know, so, but it is, there is that part of social media that for me is still somewhat of a hurdle to get over.
It is, but, you know, I just have to remember to post and do things like that. It helps. I remember to write it down.
That too.
So.
And I wanted to say a thank you. One of the questions that I asked in our last video was, how do you store your charts? And there was a person on there, Cameron Cord.
Yep, Cameron. Hi, Cameron. Which I think you were one of our first watchers. So, hi, Cameron.
I love the answer. They put, I have about 20 projects kitted up in a small crate. I buy new only when I know I will stitch it immediately. I stitch monogamously and then give the chart away. And I got thinking about that because I never stitch directly from the chart.
No, I don't either.
I always make a photocopy of it because I am writing on it. I am making notes. It may even be a telephone number because I got a call or something while I was doing something. So the chart itself is pristine as if I had just bought it. And yet, in reality, once I have stitched it,
you're not going to do it
I
again.
am probably never going to do it again. So I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, you know what? We probably need to share the bounty.
I think we need to because, because there's a lot. I mean, I bought a lot that I know I'm not ever going to stitch. And I would love to pass it on. So we're going to start doing some of that as part of our giveaway.
Well, and you know, because, hey, I'm running out of room and I need to buy more. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
You have Expo that you got to buy from, huh?
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Every time I saw somebody put something new out there, I go, I want that one. I want this one. And in reality, I want them, but I think I need all these little people around me stitching their little hearts out so I can have them because I will never get them all done.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
Okay.
So,
do you have any fully finished objects, my dear?
No, I do not, like normal. But I am going to start.
Good.
I am.
I believe you. I believe you.
Yes, I'm going to try to get a, Mom has a sewing machine that is...
brand new.
It's brand new, never been used.
A Janome. Isn't it a Janome? Or is it
no, it's not a Janome. It's a, I don't even know what it was. She turned it. Yes, I think it is a Janome because she turned her old one in to get this one. It's never been used. I tried looking at it and I'm going, oh my God, this is too complicated for me. So I'm actually just thinking about getting a small little singer that will just do some of the basic stuff instead of the great big one, just to get myself going on it where I'm not really spending all that much money. And then maybe I can work up to Mom's that has all the bells and whistles on it. So yeah, I am going to start that.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's
so
cool.
Hopefully one day you will see it fully finished by me.
You will. I have no doubt she'll get.
So I know you have some fully finished.
I do, and you know, part of what I did is when I kind of got back into stitching again, I finished things and I really didn't know how to finish them.
Right.
I mean, I hadn't done a whole bunch of finishing since way, way long ago, and then I really, the finishes were not that cool that I did. But, you know, and it's like, okay, so you make a pillow. How many pillows are you going to make? So I ended up, I have this nice little bin, and I ended up actually finishing things, and I would iron them and put them in the bin, and there they sit. So I have started going through that bin.
Good for you.
Pulling things out and actually finishing them, fully finishing them. So I have a couple of those. One of them I showed it on Instagram, but I'm not going to bring it out here because number one, I have no idea where I got the chart. I haven't a clue. It might have been a freebie. It might not. And I like to give people credit for what they've done. So, you know, if it's really, really a mystery, I may put it out on Instagram, but I'm not going to promote it really here. I don't think it's fair to the designer. So
No, I don't either.
So let me see, what do I want to start with? Okay, I think I will start with this one. This is Harvest Scarecrow, and I did this with a flat fold finish.
It's too cute.
And I'm real pleased with how this turned out. This was a chart by Teresa Kogut, and it's in this book. I can't, it just has charts in it. It doesn't have pictures of the finished thing. So the best I can do is show you this book. But I have to say this was my third flat fold that I have ever done. And this is the first one that I finished that I didn't have to have Vonna's video on my iPad right next to me.
That's great.
I was actually able to finish it and feel comfortable enough about what I was doing. And I think that is probably the biggest key to finishing is to do it enough that you feel comfortable with what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And the other two, I mean, it isn't difficult. You just need to know the steps. And I think the biggest thing is in any of it, that the lesson that I have learned is that you just have to take your time.
Yes.
And sometimes that's hard for me. I just like, okay, I want to get it done, you know, and I want it to look good. And I want to do this and it's finished, and you really can't do that. You have to take your time. So I'm well pleased with this. I have it on a shelf because it's a little early, but I guess I'm hoping it's September. If I put it out there, maybe a cool breeze will happen. I don't know. Probably not going to happen, but you never know.
No, I don't think for a couple more months, even if that.
And so my second one here is this one that I had finished, ages ago. This is a Country Cottage Needleworks Cottage of the Month. And I had it done. I have very little to put in my bowl for September. And when I saw this was in there, I go, oh boy, I better finish it because, you know, I can put that in the bowl. So it just has a plain green back, which is not quite the same color as the green here, but close enough. And I had bought the red pom-pom before. I believe it was from Hobby Lobby. So I hand sewed that on, and I'm real pleased with the way that turned out. It was, it's getting better. Even the pillow finishes are getting better. It's just practice. That's all I can say is it's just practice. Let's put it this way, it's good enough for me. And then another new to me finish. This was my Blackbird's Home for Christmas. It was in the 2005 JustCross Stitch Christmas ornament book. And I have a hard time when we go looking at things. A lot of times to see the potential. You know, this has a little plaque in here with a saying on it. And I had seen someone else take it and use it for the frame part, and I thought, well, gee, why didn't I ever think about that? But I didn't. And we had gone to Hobby Lobby, and I had seen this, and I thought, I'm sure I must have something that's about that size. And it turns out this one was exactly that size. So I'm also well pleased with how this one turned out. It can sit on a table. It can hang from the tree. It's a little heavy, I think, for the tree myself. I think it's probably going to be on a shelf or something like that. But
I don't remember this being on there. But obviously it was because it's not glued on. So.
Yeah, no, that was on there. I didn't take it off.
That was cute, though.
Got little wires up there that come through the wood. So my husband took the pliers and really tightened them up so that when I put this in here, it wouldn't rip the material. But that's let's see, that was a 16 count white Ada, and it was DMC colors of my choice because I didn't use either one of the colors that it called for in there, so I just kind of picked and chose, threw colors together, and that's what I came up with.
But
I am pleased with how that one turned out too.
Absolutely.
So that was a first for me, that kind of finish. Then this one,
I love it.
This one came out of the 2021 Just Cross Stitch Halloween edition. And I crazily love this thing. It's the first thing I said I was going to do when I saw this thing. Did it. Oh man, it's called Angry Cat.
Yep.
And I fell in love with him. He is the ugliest thing I have ever seen, the mangiest looking cat. And I just love him. I love him. And I had bought this board, and now I'm not going to remember who. Homestead Needleworks. Pretty sure is who it was. If I have misspoken that, I am completely sorry. I will make sure she puts a correction down below. I believe it is Homestead Needleworks. Anyhow, she sells these boards, and I had ordered one just to try, and it turns out this was the perfect size. So this too was my first time of kind of finishing on this. Now, I don't know if you can see right here the multicolor braid.
Yeah, that's showing up.
If I had this to do over, I would make the braid larger. I would use more strands so it was a thicker braid so that it would show up better on it. But all in all, I am well pleased with that. Went out and bought the raffia and bought the had a witch's hat on that. It was one of those flower pick things, and I took those off and put those in. So I'm well pleased with that. He's not out yet. He'll go out next month. But I had to have that ugly little cat out there. So that's my fully finished items for this month.
Okay. You have any FOs?
Do I have an FO? I do.
Oh, well, she's getting that. We have forgotten almost twice now. Hi, boys. We love you.
Yeah, we do. Oy vey. So, I started this one a little bit back. I had said something about participating in Sampler September.
Yes.
But I didn't wait.
That's right. That's right. I remember you doing that. Yes.
I thought, I can do this one for Sampler September. But I didn't wait.
Yes.
So, this one can't count for Sampler September. But this is called The Good Witch. It was by SubRosa Designs. And it was in the 2017 Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher Fall magazine. And here is my finished.
Cute.
It's done on a 32 count Lugana. It's called Amber Yellow. And I think it turned out pretty good. I have some ideas about how I will end up finishing it. We shall see. This one does have one specialty stitch in it, which it does tell you that. It has the Algerian, Algerian eye stitch. It says it right there. And they don't show up till like there, and I work from top down, and I got that far, and I go, oh yeah, well, I know what that is. Yeah, I'll do that later. And it's not a difficult stitch at all. I personally don't think you get the dimension on this with the one thread. I think I could have just cross-stitched it in it. And I don't know if you can see those. It's these right here. They should have the dimension because you've got the 8 sides you're coming from and all in the middle, so it's more poofy, a poofy stitch. But this is done in one thread, and this is on a 32 count, and it's the really light gray. It truly does not show up as the stitch it is, like I thought it would. Let's put it that way. But all in all, I'm pleased with it. And maybe next time I'll have it. Well, I'll have to, because I'll have to get October out.
Yes.
So it'll be finished next time.
All right.
How I think it'll be finished or not, I don't know, but
Oh, it'll be fun to see what it's going to turn out to be.
yep. Yes, it will.
Because honestly, I don't know until she sends me the photo and says, "Oh, it's finished."
Sometimes I don't know until I send the photo and go, "Oh, it's finished."
Yeah. So our next segment is whips.
Go for it, girl.
All right. Now I do have some whips. So I think I have about 6, 7 that I've been working on. I have been going back to my Halloween calendar by Tiny Modernist. Have it written down in front of me. And I am working on this square right here. So I did get the cat finished, and I'm getting the poison bottles in. So
At least the cat's cute.
yeah, the cat's cute. So I think I've had this for like 2 years. So I've been doing that. And my next one is the Hello Sunshine by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. And the 4th installment came out, which I started. It's actually the leaf. But here's what it looks like so far.
It is so bright and cheerful.
Yes.
It really, really is. The colors in that are fantastic.
Yes.
I just really, really
So,
like those.
I have, whoops.
Here, you want
Yes, let me put that on your board. Thank you.
yeah.
Okay. So this area in here is what's going to be filled in next, and then the last area will be down here. And of course, it's a mystery stitch along, and this is by Caterpillar Cross Stitch.
It is so cute. I love the colors.
Yes.
Absolutely love the colors.
Then I had a new start. I bought this, beginning of the year from Lindy Stitches. It's Edna Goes to Brunch.
Love it.
And I did get a few stitches in this. This is on 32 count Lagana, and the colorway is called Mint Splash, which I really like. Ooh.
Oh, you can see it.
Okay,
You
good,
can.
good.
That's cool. Yeah.
So I'm using all the called for colors. So it is some Weeks Dye Works and DMC. So that is what I have done with that.
I do like that mint splash.
It is.
Cool.
It's really neat.
It's very pretty.
It is. Then my next one is the Temperature Bookcase. And this is on 18 count Ada. It is a download from Kristi's Corner. And I have started on August, even though August is not finished. But this is where I'm at so far. As you can tell, we've been very hot.
Can you tell what our weather is like?
Yes. So, yes, I'm not using her colors. I did temperature charts previously, different ones, and I've just been using the same color palette all the way through. So that's where I'm at. This is a fun stitch. I just have to get back into it to do it. Oops, and this is what it's going to look like.
Except it'll be all red.
Yeah,
Because it's hot.
Yes, because it's hot. All right, the next one that I've worked on a little bit is called The Farmer's Wife 2 by Carolyn Manning.
I like that one too. See, I like the colors. I like when you do the colors. I don't know why I don't do things with much color.
And this is where I'm at so far.
But I do love the colors.
Yeah, they're really bright and vibrant.
They are. And like I said, I don't know why I don't do things with color because
I don't know why you don't.
like the colors,
Yeah.
you know, but I tend to pick more neutral,
Neutrals.
fade into the background type stuff.
All right, 2 more. The next one that I worked on a little bit is called His Mountains, and then this is by liftedspiritpatterns.com.
It's pretty.
And I am stitching this on a 28 count white Lugana. And yes, there's a thread in here, so you will get to see the threads. But oops, this is where I'm at so far on it.
Coming right along.
It is. So, And then my last one.
Oh, which is by far the favorite.
Okay, where's the cover page for? Oh, here it is. Ah, sorry, had to get out for it. Alrighty, I saw this on Artcy, And it is called the Mini Great Smoky Mountains. And of course, you know, we're the Smoky
You
Mountain
know I'm
Stitchers.
gonna love it. You know it.
So I bought it. And this is what it looks like.
It's going to be tremendous when she gets it done. It is just going to be awesome.
And I am doing it on a 14 count white Aida. The original print was by Mark Keithley, and the cross stitch design was by Trina Clark, and it's sold by Artcy. And this is where I have gotten so far.
Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, it is gorgeous.
So yeah,
It is so pretty.
yeah.
It is going to be tremendous when it gets done.
This has actually been a fun stitch. This has been the most that I have worked. I do a little bit in the morning before I go from the living room to the dining room to work. Go to work. And
you don't have a big commute.
No, I don't have a big commute. So I do a little bit in the morning, and usually I work on something else in the morning, and then I usually just do this at night. So I get probably at least 3 to 4 hours in stitching. So
I get 3 to 4 hours in sleeping while I stitch. That's probably why I'm such a slow stitcher.
could be, you never know, but hey.
Yeah.
So those are my whips.
Well, I don't have many. I have 2. Since I did the Good Witch, which I originally thought I'd kind of sneak into Sampler September. And I did want to actually take part in something, which is
Yes.
for me, I usually don't.
Yes.
But I did. So I have a larger piece that I'm working on. So I didn't want to do, I have a couple of samplers that I have bought the patterns for that I really, really want to do. But I usually only do 2 pieces at a time. And I didn't want to have 2 really large projects going. I just didn't. So I decided I was going to do, whilst Ira Snaps put out these 3 small samplers.
Yep.
The first one is this one, Be Kind. And the second one is Be Brave. And the third one is Be You. Now, she finished them on wooden spools.
Yes, I did see that episode.
Yeah.
They turned out really cute.
They did.
Mhm.
But I have a plan for mine, which does not include wooden spools. I have started a kind of mini sampler wall in the
Yes.
guest bedroom. And so I thought, I can see these 3, one right after the other, maybe connected by wide ribbon in between the 3 little frames.
Yeah.
So I started the first one. My intention is to get all 3 of these done during Sampler September. I started the first one. I waited until September 1st. I want you to know I did. I didn't stay up till midnight, but I did start it September 1st. I follow the rules. So I started with this one, the Be Kind. And this is as far as I have gotten, which I'm probably a good 2/3 of the way
Yeah,
through.
I think so.
So this is a 32 count platinum Lugana, and I'm using the called for Weeks Dye Works except for the ones that I absolutely could not find. I think there were 2 colors in amongst these 3 samplers. One of them on here was the red pear. I couldn't get it, so I'm using a DMC substitute for that, which is the
red border?
The pink and the flowers here.
Okay.
So the 223, that looks fine.
Yeah.
But all the rest of them, I bought all the floss at the same time.
Right.
And this one, here we go. We have a satin stitch. You'll notice the border says satin stitch. So I am going to again be a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I can do it. I used to embroider years ago. It isn't like it's totally foreign to me. It's just
Don't like embroidery.
I'm gonna do some again. Don't ask me why. Please don't ask me why. I can find all sorts of things that I want to do, but that's my smaller project, and I have 2 going, so that I work on one maybe late afternoon and then the other after dinner. And so I probably get a good hour of stitching in the evening on the one, you know, by the time dishes and everything else that you have to do to get ready for the next day is done. And then I will be falling asleep with my needle in my hand. We aren't going to go there. Anyhow.
Too funny.
I am being truthful. So my big project, which I talked about last time, and I don't know why I have such an issue with doing a larger project, because really, this is, in comparison to the things you do and everything else, this is not a big project.
I like big projects.
People are going to be going, what? You're calling that a large project? Well, I can't finish it in 2 days, so to me, it's a large project. But it's Prairie Schooler Christmas Village. And
oh, it's looking great.
This
it really is.
As far as I have gotten.
Got it?
I think I can get it
good.
all in here.
Yeah, you did. You got it.
So it has color saturation that is unreal. These houses are amazing. And I have discovered a bad habit that I have. And I was telling you last night.
I do the same thing, unfortunately.
When
we're sisters.
You probably taught me. But when you cut a length of floss, right, and you've pulled either your one strand or your two out of it that you're going to use, I tend not to put it back on the card it was, because especially like in these houses, you're going to be using a lot of it. So, you know, you just let it sit in a little pile here. Well, I also get tired of doing one color. So I'll do maybe a couple of needle threads of it, and then I'll go, oh, well, I could work on the roof. So then I pull off a strand of the roof, right? And I'm working on that, and that little pile is sitting there. Well, what happens is, and it's like on this one right here, this little part was, I believe, 9/18. This little part is 9/19. And I don't know if you can tell it. But there's a little 9/18 in the 9/19 because I stitched till I am just too tired to keep my eyes open, which really is about an hour. And so then I pick everything up, right? So I have these little piles of floss, and I have 9/18 and 9/19, and I have two little piles. Oh, this one looks like it belongs there, and I'll wind it up on it. So then I start, and I'm stitching away, and I'm going, gosh, that looks a little darker than the other. And honestly, on the schoolhouse here, until I got way down here, I didn't notice that it is a little darker there, and I was not going to tear all that out. I was not. But on this one over here, I got down to there, and I threaded I had to cut a new length, and I threaded the needle, and I did 3 stitches, and I went, whoa, this is not the same color as what I have just filled in. So I bit the bullet and frogged all of that out of there and started over, and I was very unhappy. Probably not enough that I will totally correct my bad habit, but it is a bad habit.
It is, yes.
When the colors are so close, you know, and but really it's not a bad stitch. I've done none of the back stitching or anything like that because of moving the Q frame, Q snap on it. I don't want it to sit on that, you know, one strand. But it is coming along. I figure another 3 months and I might have it done. I can't imagine waiting that long. I would love to have it done by this Christmas, but I honestly highly doubt that will be the case. But I aspire to do big ones like Hawker and Hollow. I really do. And Lord knows that isn't going to get done in 3 months if I go to do it. So I have got to get myself used to projects that are going to span a significant amount of time, and then satisfy that other urge with having a smaller project that I can finish. Because I think it's really hard for me to have 2 big projects and nothing ever gets finished. You have nothing to show for the work.
You trying to tell me something?
No. Would I do that?
No.
No, it's my idiosyncrasies. And yes, I know it's idiosyncrasies. I just call it idiosyncrasies.
It's okay.
So, got any plans?
Well, I'm going to continue stitching on quite a few of my projects. I would definitely be working on the Mini Great Smoky Mountains. I really do want that done. I need to do the next section of the Hello Sunshine. And
you've really kept up with that one.
Yes, I have. I have. And then get the temperature chart back and we're up to date, I should say. So that's going to be really about my plans. What about you?
Yeah. No, I'm going to work on the Prairie Schooler. My plan is to finish those 3 samplers. I am just going to share all sorts of insights here.
Right.
Let's just air my dirty laundry here. I showed everybody this last time.
Oh my gosh, yes.
This was a thing that I picked up. It is a felt applique kit. Okay. So I said, I've had this for a couple of years. I'm going to do it. And it does intrigue me, and I do want to do it. So when I bought the kit, I had really no idea what it entails. I'm seeing the blanket stitch on it, and the other, I figured, I can do that. Well, when you start watching YouTube on wool applique, you find out there's all these little pesky details that, they kind of allude to in here, like, hey, dummy, you should know this already if you're going to be buying this. They don't really, but this is how I feel sometimes. So I realized that in the piece of felt that you get, you have, this makes 6 ornaments. Mm-hmm. And you have several different things that need to be cut out of that piece of felt. So you have to be able to fit all of them in there. And if you want to make all 6 ornaments, and the idea is, I really do, if I'm going to do the project, mm-hmm. I want to do it, and I want to do it in a way that is pleasing to me, enjoyable to me, right. And that maybe in the end I will have something that I'm kind of proud of, or mm-hmm. that I want to use. Mm-hmm. So you need to trace these things on freezer paper. You're going, okay, you go to buy freezer paper, and I think I needed to buy a half a cow too to use up the rest of the freezer paper. Honestly, you have to buy a roll like this in the store here. We couldn't get a small amount. I will eventually use it. So I bought the freezer paper, and you have to trace these things on the freezer paper, iron the freezer paper on the felt, and cut out all the details. There's steps to it.
Yeah, there's steps, yes.
And they tell you that in the instructions, mm-hmm. and truly, though, when you buy it, I buy it like this and go, oh, that's cute, I can do that. I don't take it out, and I didn't look at it. I have not done this before, so I really mm-hmm. didn't know what, it entails. Not that it's going to be that difficult. It's just, like I said, it's like anything else. If you want a cross stitch to look like the picture, mm-hmm. you need to use the floss and the fabric that they used. Mm-hmm. Now, if you don't mind and you want to make changes to it, mm-hmm. you pick and choose, but you know that the design is going to be there. Mm-hmm. The elements are going to be there if you stay with those, but it won't look exactly like that.
Right.
And that's something that you usually don't change when you're first starting out.
Right, yeah. I very rarely, even to this day, change out.
But a lot of people do, because they go, well, I like the basic design, mm-hmm. but I really don't like this color. I'm going mm-hmm. to do it in that family, but not that exact same color.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. So anyhow, long story short, I need to trace the little pictures in here to get the little pieces to cut out. Well, they suggest a light box, or you can hold it up to a window. This is Florida. Do you know what that glass is like? I'm going to be standing there, with 400-degree glass trying to trace this stuff and holding a 45-foot roll of freezer paper. No, that isn't going to work. So I bought a light box. I'm now the proud owner of a light box. And then then it's like you need certain needles for it to work effectively. Okay, Amazon, here I come. Buying needles. None of which is a bad thing. The Heat and Bond stretch, I still need to get that they suggest to use to lightly iron these in place so you can do your stitching and you're not frantically trying to hold these little pieces.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
If you use glue, sometimes it'll get on the needle and it can be difficult to go through. And that's what I found from watching all these videos.
Well, you don't use hot glue.
Yeah, okay, one could. And who knows, by the second or third stop, maybe hot glued on there. And I'm going, yeah, this is the way it's supposed to look. But it's like anything else. When you get into something like this, if you have the right tools, you'll probably get a better result even the first time around than if you're trying to. So that's just, my observation. But I'm almost ready to start on these. I would like to take up some embroidery again, a small piece to have in the car. Silly me, I know, but I would.
Hey, go for it.
I want to do another punch needle. I'm even seriously considering trying some of the rug hooking with the wool.
With the wool.
I'm considering it. I don't know where I'm going to find time to do all of this. I haven't the faintest clue. Plus, I'm going to cross stitch and, eat, sleep, clean house, do laundry.
No, you just get yourself a cooking maid.
But I just get so intrigued by all these different things. You see people do these things, and it was Kathy Schmitz has these. I think they're called clove bowlies, but it's a bowl filler that's for Christmas, and they're these little embroidered Christmas designs, and they make into like these little pillows, and they have cloves, and they have the scented stuff in there.
Oh, okay.
And I believe they're called bowlies, and they are so cute for Christmas. And I thought, well, if you're in the car, if I come over to see you, it's 2.5, 3 hours sitting there in the car. I can stitch. My husband is driving, generally speaking. Not that I can't drive. I can drive. He's not comfortable if I drive. I do not know why. I have been driving all these years, no problems, but he is not comfortable with me driving. He's really not comfortable with anybody driving.
Yeah, even me.
Yeah, and it's not that. I think it's the control issue. We all like a certain amount of control. But that does leave me free to stitch if I want to.
Right.
So this would be something small. They're done all in one color, so it's not like you would have to carry a bunch of things with you.
That's a plus right there.
Yeah, because that's hard when you have 55 different colors in a cross stitch project, and you have this much space in the car seat, and you're juggling all these things, and that becomes irritating, and you tend not to enjoy it quite so much. Either that or you need to do a monochromatic cross stitch piece. But anyhow.
Gosh.
So that's my plans.
Well,
I have rambled on long enough about this stuff. Good heavens.
All right. Do you have any haul?
Other than my light box and my needles? No.
Well, I have a little haul. It's not very, very much. I got my next installment in the Annie B's Folk Art Go Sledding.
You need to do those.
I do. I need to. So I got that. I got a grime guard from Garon Toten Bags.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I had to get that for the mini Smoky Mountain stitch that I'm doing, because I looked down and I'm going, oh my gosh, where my hands are, it's dirty. And I clean my hands, but your hands just do get soiled. So I bought one of those. And then, oh boy, I tell you, this one's a big one. Literally, I have a 27 by 36, 40 count white Verdel by Zygwart. It's an even weave. And I am going to start my Hawk Run Hollow on this.
Yes!
I've had a Hawk Run Hollow. I have the Christmas one. And I started to do them individually. I haven't even finished the first square. That we bought them, a couple of years ago? We got them at Sassy Jack's. at least
Three
three or four years ago.
I did complete
Yeah, you
two
did.
squares.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Doing them individually,
Uh-huh.
but I've seen everybody who puts them together,
Mhm.
and I like it together so much more.
Yes.
So it's like,
Yes.
no, I want to do one piece on it.
So I'm going to try the 40 count. The small piece that I got the last time, I was able to see it quite well with my magnifier. So I'm going to attempt that.
Cool.
So we'll see. Maybe I'll have a new start by the next time with this. And maybe there'll just be a little row, but hey, I might have a start.
It's a start. You can't finish if you never start.
No, that's so true.
So,
All right. Well, I think that's about it.
So we do appreciate your comments.
Yes.
Anything you have to say, any suggestions you have for us with content or anything else, we would love to hear it. Please like, subscribe, and share.
Sure. Yes.
That does, if nothing else, it's a pat on the back to us.
Yes.
Which doesn't hurt.
No. And I think now that, we've settled down, I think we'll probably get more into a routine of filming.
Yeah, it's only been a year.
Yeah. So,
We'll
we'll get there. The bump in the road, for the most part, has slowed.
This bump.
Yeah, this bump. Well, I'm sure we'll have more bumps, but, we're going to attempt to do our very best to keep on track. So, hopefully once a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once every 2 weeks, who knows?
We might. You never know. I mean,
Yeah.
you may be seeing the same project. I got this much more done on my house, but hey, you never know.
That's
I
right.
always can find something to talk about.
I know. That's good. That's cool.
don't know.
So we really thank you for watching us.
We do appreciate
Absolutely.
each and every one of you.
Yes.
And I guess it's goodbye. Take care.
Yes.
Be safe.
Be safe. Absolutely. And we will see you the next time.
Bye.
Bye.